for today's video, I'm going to be showing you all where to buy Kpop Lightsticks and how to avoid getting scammed. Basically, if a store sells K-pop merch, they will most likely sell Lightsticks. I'm going to divide this video into two sections: where to buy imprint or newer Lightsticks, and where to buy older / rare / out of print Lightsticks. Now before we begin, I just have to say that there are a lot of fake Lightsticks out there, and there's nothing wrong with unofficial Lightsticks or unofficial merch. It's just that sometimes sellers claim to be selling official ones, but in reality they aren't, and it sucks not getting what you paid for, so hopefully this video helps you not get scammed. Some of these stores I have personally used and others I haven't, but I've heard good things and they're widely used in the K-pop community, so let's just get into it. If it's your first time buying a Lightstick, I would recommend buying it at one of these stores just because you aren't gonna get a fake Lightstick. Also, for me, when I'm buying a new Lightstick, I always try to watch unboxings of them so I know exactly what it looks like and all the stuff it comes with it. Before we get into stores you can use, I just need to say a couple stores that you can't or shouldn't use. Right off the bat, you are not going to find any Lightsticks at Target, Walmart, or Barnes & Noble. Now, those stores do sell albums and other K-pop merch. They just don't sell Lightsticks yet. They might in the future. Do not buy Lightsticks from Amazon. The first time I ever bought a Lightstick, I decided to buy two from Amazon since I didn't know any K-pop stores, and I got scammed from both sellers. Lightsticks usually cost around $50 or so. Sometimes they'll sell for like $30, but once you add shipping, it's like another $10. Amazon tries to sell Lightsticks for really cheap, but that's because they tend to be unofficial. There's nothing wrong with unofficial merch. It's just that on the Amazon listing it says it's official, but if you click on the listing and read the description, it actually says unofficial. So they are kind of sneaky in trying to trick you on Amazon. And just a quick general tip when buying from a store, like in general, buying from a store you never bought from, it's always really a good idea to look at the seller reviews. I didn't when I bought from Amazon, and after I realized I got scammed, I looked at the reviews, and a lot of other people got scammed as well, and it really could have been avoided. But I did get my money back through Amazon, so it's all good now. So let's go into actually good stores now. First one is Crocodive. This is a really popular one, and I've used it a lot and I really like it. They are based in Korea. Now the Lightsticks look really expensive, but you get free shipping, so shipping is basically already added to the listing price, so just keep that in mind. It's like that with everything on Crocodive too. Kpop Town, I've used this one a lot too. They are also from Korea, and shipping tends to take a while. I'm based in the US, so this is just my experience with buying from them. Their prices seem low, but their shipping is at least $10, at least if you're international. Sometimes when I'm buying a Lightstick, I like to look at a couple websites that are selling it, and I put in some of my information just to see what one is cheaper. Now, if you do that, just make sure not to actually buy it, but it's definitely useful comparing prices from different stores, especially since Lightsticks are kind of expensive, and sometimes you can save like $1 or $2 or like $5, which is nice. K-Town for You, this is one people use a lot too. I personally haven't, but I know it's reliable. This one is also based in Korea. Choice Music LA. Now, just a disclaimer, this store is a bit problematic. I just wanted to warn you all. I'm not sure if any other K-pop stores in this video or wherever are problematic, so feel free to let me know in the comments. But the owner has said some choice things about some girl groups, some being minors. I'll try to find the thread of it on Twitter, but yeah, it was like a whole thing, I think the summer of last year. They are US based, and I have gotten light sticks from them before the whole scandal, so they are trustworthy. You can also buy from the actual companies. SM has their own SM Global Shop. I haven't personally bought from them, but I know someone who has, and it arrived good and fine. YG also has their own store. I can't remember if I've gotten something from them, but they're also reliable because it is like their store. Weverse is another good one too. I actually got my Map of the Soul special edition light stick here. It took forever to come, but I think it's because I pre-ordered my light stick. But this is also a good one. K-pop store in the USA. I've gotten some albums from them, and they are based in the US. This is also a good one. They are, you can buy their stuff through eBay, which is also nice. Music Plaza, this one is also in the US. I personally haven't bought anything from them, but it is popular. So another place you can buy light sticks from is With Drama. I think K-pop companies actually use With Drama to sell their official merch, so it is official. I personally haven't used it, but I know that it's pretty popular, and I think this one is also based in Korea. K-pop Mart, this is the last one I have for you for in-print light sticks. I also haven't bought from them, but I think they're a pretty popular store. Now let's go on to stores where you can find older light sticks or out of print light sticks. Now these stores you can also find new light sticks, but I just put them in the older light stick category to kind of separate them. So you can use these stores to buy any light stick. eBay. It can be overpriced sometimes, but you'll definitely find a lot of good light sticks. For me, I personally try to avoid listings that use a stock image. In my opinion, you shouldn't have to use a stock image if you already have the actual product. To me, I'm like, I just don't understand why they can't take a picture of the product. Why do they have to take a stock image off of the internet? And with eBay, I also always make sure to read the reviews to make sure that they are a trusty seller. So Depot and Mercari, these two kind of go together. They are places where people can sell their old stuff. Depot is a good one. I personally haven't used Depot just because a lot of people on there prefer to use PayPal instead of paying through the app. When using PayPal, you should always use goods and services so that your payment is protected by PayPal. If you pay through friends and family, it's not. I'm a very paranoid and lazy person, so I just prefer to pay for a light stick or a product through the actual app or store rather than having to PayPal somebody separately. That's just my personal preference. I know that some people don't mind using PayPal. So Mercari, this one I have actually used a lot and I really like it. Most people want the payment through Mercari instead of going through PayPal, which is nice. Also, Mercari holds your payment until you receive the item, which is also nice so you don't get scammed. Also, when I'm using Mercari, I try to always buy from listings that have multiple pictures. Sometimes they just have one picture. Me personally, I just like more pictures so I can actually get a good grasp at what the light stick actually looks like to make sure that there's no damage. And it's always really important to read the descriptions on both Mercari and Depot just because sometimes they're actually unofficial light sticks, so you just gotta make sure that you're paying for what you want. You can also buy light sticks through social media. People are constantly selling K-pop merch on there. I personally haven't tried it myself, but I see it a lot on Facebook, Instagram, and Reddit. For Instagram and Twitter, you can just scroll through hashtags to find what you are looking for. Instagram is definitely a lot more popular, and for Instagram, usually people have separate trading or selling accounts where they show proof of them actually sending the product and then like receiving it. For Facebook, you can join K-pop selling groups. Some are private, but it's really easy to join them. You just have to answer like 3 questions. They just want to make sure that you're not a scammer, but there are some public ones too. On Reddit, there's actually a subreddit just dedicated to selling K-pop, and for all of these, you will mostly pay through PayPal. Japanese proxy services. So these are the last stores I'm going to be talking about. The 2 main ones I've heard are Nikoyo and Bai. I don't know if I said the first one right. I'm really sorry if I didn't. But with Japanese proxy services, these companies will buy your items on your behalf and then they will ship them to you. I'm really bad at explaining things, so I'm really sorry. That was like the bare minimum description of what they do. There are some YouTube videos that explain how these work and actually show you the process of purchasing from them, which I found really useful when I used them for the first time. But basically, you purchase an item, the company will buy it to, then send it to their warehouse. Sometimes they check the item for you, and then they'll ship it to you. So there are quite a bit of fees involved. I personally only used Bai and Macari through Bai, and I do like it. It's really convenient if you want an older light stick and you can't find it on eBay or Macari or anything. There are a lot of fees though. With Bai, you do have to pay for it to be shipped to the warehouse, and then you also have to they check it for you, and they can hold it so you can buy multiple things and then have it shipped to you all in one package. I bought a light stick on there for $30, but with extra fees and shipping it became $70. Light sticks, they are heavier, so shipping will be more, but Japanese proxy services are really useful, but you aren't going to get the product on the listing. You do have to add fees and shipping. So it might look really cheap on the listing, but you will probably have to spend like $20 to $30 in fees and shipping, just depending on the item. And I also have heard that Bai tends to be a little more expensive, so yeah. So that was just some stores you can buy light sticks from. Hopefully I gave you some useful options and some tips. Let me know where you have gotten light sticks from and what your experience was like. I probably didn't get every store out there, but hopefully I gave you some good ones. Let me know if you have any other questions. I know I'm really bad at explaining things, but if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I make new videos every week. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one.